Using proxies has become a kind of gold standard for traffic arbitrage, data scraping, multi-accounting, and similar activities. But when it comes to working with well-protected resources, or any automation that risks account bans, mobile proxies enter the conversation. Let's figure out what they are, how they differ from residential proxies, and why they are more expensive than other proxy types. Mobile proxies are proxy servers that present your connection as a mobile device by routing traffic through cellular carriers' IP addresses. Simply put, your requests don't go out directly from your computer, but as if they came from a smartphone on a cellular network. When you connect through such a proxy, your request first goes to the proxy server, which then forwards it to a mobile device or modem connected to the cellular network. From there, the request enters the internet via the mobile operator's network, receiving a mobile device IP address. The response from the target site returns the same way, through the proxy, back to you. Cellular networks assign the same external IP to dozens or even hundreds of subscribers at once, so to a website, that IP looks like a whole group of real users. Blocking a single, troublesome user on that IP is risky. You might accidentally cut off regular customers from the service. That's why banning mobile addresses without strong cause is usually not worthwhile. Mobile addresses are generally dynamic. A carrier can assign a new IP to a device every few hours or whenever it reconnects to the network. As a smartphone user moves around a city, they invisibly receive new IPs from different cell towers. For proxies, this means built-in rotation. A single line can sequentially use thousands of different IP addresses. Let's look at a live example of how an IP change happens in real time. We'll use the anti-detect Octo Browser. I've already set up a profile with mobile proxies, and we'll just verify how the IP changes. We don't even need to visit any site, just refresh the connection, and the IP address will change. That's standard rotation. In general, mobile proxies cannot keep a static IP for a long time. Overall, mobile IPS are considered the best proxy option for complex tasks that require strong masking. Let's talk about the architecture. Providers implement mobile proxies in two main ways. The first is dedicated infrastructure, proprietary devices with SIM cards. These can be modems or entire farms of smartphones or tablets connected to power and internet gateways. The second approach is peer-to-peer networks, or an SDK model. The provider onboards thousands or millions of regular users whose smartphones temporarily act as network nodes. Alternatively, an SDK is embedded into a popular app, allowing the phone's connection to be used in the background as a proxy node. The peer-to-peer model has its nuances. Connections through nodes can be less stable due to the lack of physical control over the user's device. Plus, speed is often limited by the specific smartphone's capabilities or the data plan. Alongside their clear advantages over residential or data center proxies, mobile proxies also have drawbacks. First and foremost, it's about performance. Cellular networks are inherently slower and less stable than wired internet in a data center. Throughput depends heavily on base station load and signal quality. Speeds can drop during peak hours. Mobile traffic is expensive. Providers pay for SIM cards and data plans, which are often limited by gigabytes. This raises the service's cost price, which shows up in customer pricing. Even looking at a 3-year price trend, mobile proxies haven't dropped in price, while residential proxies have become about 70% cheaper. Even so, for serious tasks, mobile proxies remain an indispensable standard. The real question is whether it's justified to pay extra for mobile proxies if you just need to scrape competitors' prices. Most likely, no.